They sent me 3 bundles, and they also sent me this closure, and I'm going to show you guys how I bleached the knots on my closure. So I'm starting off with a bowl and some 50 volume developer, and I'm going to be using some Claro BW2 bleaching powder. So put your bleaching powder in a bowl, and then afterwards you're going to pour your developer, and you want the consistency to end up being sort of like a pancake batter, not too watery and not too thick at the same time. You want it to be liquidy enough so it can go over your lace. So you're then going to apply it to your lace, and you want to be extremely light-handed. Don't be too harsh, because then it's going to seep through your lace and bleach the hair on your closure, and you don't want blonde roots. So after you let it sit for about 20 minutes, just keep checking on it, and I did use 50 volume developer, so it does process fast. So you might want to even look faster, but when you're done, you get bleached knots that seem more like a realistic scalp color. Hi guys, I'm back with another video. So today's video is going to be all about the hair that I have in my head. This hair is from Sunber hair on AliExpress, and I have in 3 bundles of 22 inches in their Brazilian curly and a closure, and I'm rocking a side part this time. So a lot of you guys have been asking me about my new hair, and I really do love this hair. It's really soft, it's bouncy, and it's big, and you know, we're getting into the colder season and I need to keep my ears warm. So yeah, I really do like my curly hair, and I think it looks really good. So this hair has been installed for 1 week, and of course sometimes I feel like I want to wait a little bit longer to tell you guys about this hair, but you guys have really been asking, and just initially off the bat, this hair is really good. And I kind of know a lot about curly hair because I feel like it's my signature style. So when I know that the curly hair is acting pretty well, you know, I'll definitely know how it's going to act in the long run. Especially with shorter lengths, I think curly hair and shorter lengths are easier to maintain and always last longer than getting some really long curly hair. But nonetheless, this hair is really nice, and I love it. So far my hair has stayed pretty hydrated. It doesn't get really dry, and it stays pretty bouncy, and it looks pretty full. In order for you to keep your curly hair looking nice, you always want to have a spray bottle with some sort of concoction of your favorite conditioner, some water, and maybe like a curly hair cream. So I know my bottle is kind of distorted because I put extremely hot water in here. I don't know why, but nonetheless, it still works, and it does get my hair hydrated. So I'm going to be doing this video a little bit differently. Usually I tell you guys the pros and the cons to this hair, but just because I haven't had my hair in that long, and on top of that, I really don't find any cons with the hair. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about this hair. Like I said, this is 22 inches. When you get curly or wavy hair, you measure the hair by the stretch length. So when I stretch my hair down like this, it comes over my chest area and it comes down here. So it is definitely 22 inches. It's just in this texture, it just hits me right here. But I think this is a really subtle length, not too short and not too long. I really do feel like the hair does stay moisturized, and it's really hard to find curly hair that doesn't dry out. And if you're constantly putting something into curly hair is very high maintenance. So having a lower maintenance level to curly hair is always really good, because then you don't have to worry about it as much, especially with the weather changing so frequently. So on Snapchat, somebody asked me how I keep my hair fresh and keep it like pretty good, and I basically told them that I don't really put anything in my hair. I'm not big on products and creams and moisturizers and all that type of stuff unless I have curly hair in. So I'm going to insert a clip of what I do to keep my hair moisturized and keep my curly hair looking poppin'. So to make my hair big, bouncy, and moisturized, you want to start off with freshly washed hair. This is my hair 50% dry. So this is a close-up of how cute my curls can look. They get really pretty. So what we're going to do is we're going to be taking our Suave Luxe Style Infusion Serum, and this is going to help define our curls and leave them moisturized. So pump some into your hand, and you want to rub it all together to warm it up, and then start to coat it all over your hair. You want to definitely focus on those ends, just because your ends can be the driest and the most wild part of the hair. So then you just want to coat it throughout your hair, and yeah, it's just going to stay like this, and it's then going to dry. So when the hair is dry, you can then see that your girls are still defined, yet your hair is 100% dry, and it gives you that defined look. I'm just taking a wide tooth comb, and I'm making my hair nice, bouncy, and voluminous. So that is what I do to upkeep my hair. As you guys can see, it's pretty bouncy. The curl pattern is really pretty. You can make your curls really defined. That means like extremely spirally and together, and you can really see the curl pattern, or you can make it fluffy like I did today. In my last video, I had it really fluffed up, and this time I have it a little bit more defined, and sometimes I wear it even more defined than this. So this company sent me this hair very fast. I usually don't talk about packaging and customer service unless it is really good, but their customer service was very good, you guys. I I mean, this hair came really quick, and I really did have a horror story as to what happened to my hair for homecoming, and this hair really just saved me. Like, without this hair, I don't know what I would have done, and it came really fast, and I really thank them for that, and their customer service definitely helped me out. So here I am rocking this closure, and my closure is not really laid the way how I usually like it. It doesn't look as natural, but it's still just sitting on pretty snug and tight. Underneath my hair, I just have like a wig cap, and it's sewed onto a wig cap, and then I have like small little braids. But this is the closure, and I tried to bleach my closure for the first time. I didn't do that good, so if it looks a little bit off, it's not the closure from them, it's just what I did. But nonetheless, it still looks pretty natural. So just a little bit more about curly hair. Curly hair tends to get very, very dried out during this season, so you definitely always want to have your spray bottle ready, but a little goes a long way, just because you don't want to weigh down your curly hair and have it stiff or just have it too greasy looking. So always keep in mind that a little goes a long way with curly hair, but you also have to make sure it is fully moisturized and nourished. So that is it for this video. Again, this hair is from Sunber hair. I have in 22 inches, and I really do think you guys should go out and try this hair. I mean, so far so good. I know it's only been a week, but I definitely do love this hair so far. And being with curly hair and knowing about curly hair, it's only certain brands that I can actually vouch for, which is definitely this one is now on my list of curly hair that I can vouch for. And I think even with it being longer than what I usually get when I get shorter curly hair, this is actually pretty good, because the longer sometimes means the worse, but in this case it doesn't. So that is it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the hair, please leave it down in the comment section below. Check the description box if you want to know anything about this hair, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.